y'all talked about some of the players being fake, etc. Like,
No,
when you went through certain situations.
it goes back to you. If we was organically doing business together, it would be different. We not organically doing business together.
We
And-
rivals trying to come together later on to do work. We don't really know each other. It was kind of
Don't
what
know each
it
other.
was kind of
You
what
don't
what,
really know each other, bro.
It was kind of what Giannis' brother was saying when we was the Nassers, when we was talking to him. He was like, the reason why him and his brothers can get on each other and the way they are and, you know, treat each other that way is because they don't need nothing from each other. They all got their own, but when they come together, it's all out of love. I could tell
Facts.
he could tell his brother something out of love, and his brother not take it like he trying to, you know, downplay him, you know, or you know anything like that. And all of us came from so many different backgrounds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
it's so much of that, but that goes both ways because I felt like that way at times, but then I had so many of my NBA peers like come through for me in so many ways that it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a I don't know.
And I think
So
a
it's a
lot
hit
of
or miss.
times, too, we don't really connect with each other till after we playing. A lot of players, when they done playing, then they have time to sit back. Because during the heat of the battle, like, we not thinking that way. We thinking about how can we beat this person. This is our enemy. You know, we not thinking.
Survival of the fittest,
Yeah,
really.
all of us trying to get to the top spot.
So when you went through that case, how many of your NBA peers actually reached out and gave you some support or even showed up to your court hearings or?
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to that type of stuff, like I don't expect nobody. Like
You
to,
can't-
I would,
yeah,
I won't. I'm not that type of person. I won't drag nobody in the shit with me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if it was a burning building, we had to go in there and save somebody. I'll tell y'all to stay. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't drag nobody into shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't drag nobody in shit. So, but a lot of dudes did come through. A lot of dudes did come through and answered the phone and went back and forth. Now you got some dudes that's fake as hell. Cause you got some dudes, I ain't gonna say his name. Well, I give you a story with that, like to kind of go on with JR. I had when I was in that situation, when I first kind of got out, went back to Brooklyn. They said I couldn't go to Brooklyn, but I was like, if I'm gonna be in New York, I gotta be in Brooklyn. So then I bumped into one of the NBA players, and I was with my friend Webb, and he was like, "Yo, come here." Right, so we went over there to him, and I'm so happy that my friend was with me, so nobody, because you know in the comments and stuff like that, people always gonna say you lying, especially if you talking about somebody with a bunch of money, because they think everybody would at this person for money. But boom, he seen me say, "Yo, come here." I go over there, I'm like, "What's good?" Like I'm like, he like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm chilling, everything good. I see you doing this and that and that." He said, "What's up?" He said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good." He said, "Take my number." So I'm like, "Yo, take the number." Take the number down. He said, "Yo, call me tonight." I said, "All right." I call him that night. Yo, this is a big dog. This is, billionaire shit, right? So I'm like, "Yo, what's good?" I'm trying to get with him, go get some dinner or something like that. He like, man, he must just seen my situation. Like everybody just watched me go through that shit. And he like, forget all that. Like, how can I help you? So I'm like, I got a billionaire. I'm basically starting from scratch at this moment, and I got a billionaire on my phone asking, "How can you help me?" What would that do for you?
I mean,
Like you on scratch, you started over, you fresh out. They just opened the gate. Yeah, you take the cuffs off you.
I'm telling
you got a billionaire on your phone with 2 fresh babies on your side. That nigga, that's
I think that's like you trying to find. Hey, I need a job, or I don't know.
On my mama, I ain't asked for nothing. He said, "What you need?" I was like, "What I need?" I was like, "All right, man. Actually, I could use X, Y, and Z and shit." Long story short, that nigga just wanted to know what I needed. Ain't do shit. Spun me.
What?
Just wanted to know.
Super spun me. Right?
I think I heard this story before.
Nah, nobody knows the story. I ain't let this one out. But this is a big dog. Right? I ain't let this one out. And the problem with it is, like, but I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean that in no street way. I just mean that like in a real way. So what happened was, I didn't ask. Cause if I asked, then I could never even bring this story up. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you begging, nigga. The fuck you talking about? Nobody want to hear the rest of the story. You begging. So, but it's like, no, what you need? Like, what you need? Like, I don't want to hear all that. The exact words was, I don't want to hear all that. What do you need? I'm not even asking for nothing. I said, all right, I need X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Get me off the ground and show them. You know, FaceTime, show them. I need X, Y, and Z. 1 month passed. No, 2 weeks passed. I text like, it was good. He's like, oh, working on something for you. All right. Month passed. 2 months passed. I'm like, hold on, dog. You called me to you.
Yeah.
You said take my number. Oh my lord.
Cap.
That's twice.
That's cap.
Oh.
You gotta secure that thing, yeah. That's cap.
That one going viral right there. We gotta get shorty. We gotta have to get that. I'm leaving it now. But boom, it's like, yo, what you need? I'm like, oh, so boom. So after 2 months, and I'm looking at the phone like, damn, son ain't even get back to me. You feel me? And I didn't say, I want a Range Rover so I could go stun on niggas. I'm saying, you feel me? It's basically some groceries.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a billionaire talking about groceries. So 2 months in, me being from Brooklyn, I said, respectfully, dog, I ain't asked you for nothing. I ain't asked for your number, and I ain't you probed me. Like, you came to me with all this.
Yeah.
He got mad as hell. Ain't do shit though for me though. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where JR coming from. You got some dude. So then I called Rashad McKentz and just talking shit like, yo, look at it. You know how your boy did me? He said, yeah, Bass, that's how they do. They just want to know your situation. He ain't running to help you. I said, damn, that'll be the last. That's some NBA shit. I don't really want that to be our narrative because, like I said, dudes do come through for each other. Like I came through for a handful of my old teammates. But man, if you gonna be big dog, be big dog. Don't be running around acting like big dog. You know what my friend told me? You know what Webb said? Webb said, yo, he probably would have gave you 2,000 if the camera was on. I said, oh, you gotta have the camera on these niggas. Yo, put the camera on. We're about to ask for something. If niggas don't got the camera on them, they ain't showing no love. That's why every time you see them giving away something, the camera on them. He's like, yo, you ready? All right.
That's crazy. It's kind of like when we
if you put a camera on, I'm not getting like I want to do it on the low. I want to help on the low.
That's how we started.
I'm helping from here.
That's how we started though. You know, when we first came in, like I said, it was no social media. Remember that it was no Instagram. It was the Facebook I think had just started, and I think the
like
NBA,
MySpace or some shit.
Yeah, they had MySpace, and the NBA was actually having meetings with us about how we need to handle social media. So we came in before that era. So the things that we was doing, it was just really how we felt. Like we went into the community and did stuff. It was, all right, we finna go here. We ain't finna post this.
Out of the heart.
Like, we doing everything because this is how we really wanted to give back to the people. But then it just became a show.
It's definitely a shit show now.
Everything became a show, and it's like, man, that ain't us. So like even now, like.
But tell you the truth, it's not because I've been through so much. I'm on the gate with that now because like I did a lot in my community. I ain't gonna say I did so much in my community. I did a lot, but I wanted to do so much. I don't give myself that much credit. But I couldn't imagine, like when I'm doing this and like I couldn't imagine. Like I did that at the end just because I was kind of mad. Like when I just did the courts over and I did my projects over in like 2017. I was kind of mad, so I had Lisa Evers come. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand now, like if you don't call the newspaper and all that, people going to act like they don't know, and they're going to treat you back like they don't know. So I'm on the gate about that now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe you got to, but I don't like how it looks though. I don't gotta have the camera to give the kids shoes. I don't gotta have the camera to give out money or send the kids on the trip. I don't gotta do that.
It feel like it's fake.
It's definitely fake when you do it. You gotta care. Especially like I see people do that like with family. Like I can't imagine a camera up and I'm like got my family around. I start talking about some money, giving up money. They be like, nigga,
it just don't seem
like
real.
what we look like to you, bro.
It's crazy when you was in Taiwan. It was his birthday. We like, what you want to do for your birthday? He like, I'm about to go to the schools and just talk and give jerseys and sneakers. He wasn't even thinking about recording none of that. Then the team was like, tell Dwight we gonna record it. He like,
Nah,
"For
you
what?"
got to. You got to, big fella. You got to.
I mean, I understand why they
people
want
would
to
act
do it.
funny,
and
bro.
They will act funny, but see, my thing is, and you know, after that, we start filming and like even putting stuff all over social media. But before that, I was like, man, I don't want people to think that what I'm doing is
It's
fake.
Yeah.
Like 'cause
nah.
that's never been me. Cause
Nah.
I'm doing this because this is just.
See, that's because
I
so
just-
many
inside my
fake
heart,
people,
yeah.
there's so many fake people who do stuff you don't want to do it. But when it's from
Right.
the heart, just keep moving like that. We Gucci.
I know you had said something like you was like some players your teammates, some is just coworkers,
Mm-hmm.
and some is family. Like, elaborate on that, because you know you always say you don't really talk to a lot of your guys from different teams.
Because you play, all right, so for me, I played 19 years. That means I done had 18 years of different teammates.
Sheesh.
So, you know, it's hard to really,
It's tough.
for 10 years I had a certain amount of teammates and then that all switched. Now it's a different set of teammates, different families, different. So it's like, dang, who can I really get close to? Next year, he might not be here. You know what I'm saying? And now if it's another team, he the enemy. Because I'm playing against him now. I can't look at him the same. He the enemy. So I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel you created more bonds with the winning teams, guys that you won with, versus losing with?
It's
'Cause-
both. It's both.
You
Seems
think
like
so?
because when you lose, you still create buzz because you like, damn. Nigga, we
I can't
lose.
even answer that question. I just feel like all the NBA dudes is my friends. I don't really look at co-workers. I don't know. That shit was like
I just feel like we should all be.
You
family.
should be.
We should all be family.
you
because
should be. It
it's-
should be some type of fraternity
Yeah,
in
it's
it,
only
but
a
it's
certain
not.
amount of us, and you're right. It's not.
Wanna know
because
why?
it's jealousy,
Nope.
envy,
Nope.
money.
Nope.
What?
Everybody in there got all the shit. You feel me? It's the
Yeah.
agent.
The agents.
The agents.
What you know?
The agents.
The agents is bad.
The agents.
My
is
agent
bad.
stole
the
my money,
The
man.
agent
$8
keep
million.
everybody apart. Also,
So what's the craziest amount someone stole from you?
$7 million.
Dang.
Hell,
when?
Hell no.
What?
It was a part of my agent. I was looking to buy the Atlanta Dream. The NBA said that I couldn't own the team outright myself
Because you were still playing.
because I was still
Yeah.
playing.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay, I can have a group be like the face of the team right now. So I gave the group the money. And the next thing I know, I didn't hear from the people no more. I was sad. I wanted to come back. And I don't know what had happened.
You took an offer from the Philadelphia
No.
76ers.
See, I think that we were just told so many different things. And I think now, looking back on it, you know, with the situation that I had with my agent, you know, and him actually getting convicted and being a part of the whole crime.
It was the same guy. Like,
He was a part of it. Yeah, the same
okay, now
agent.
that makes a little more sense.
So, like, I don't even know what the truth was because what I was told was that you guys didn't have an offer for me.
oh, no,
and-
that's not true.
an agent keep everybody apart.
You're
Meaning,
right.
like, if I represent you guys, I want to keep you guys together and doing whatever we doing, just you guys. They don't want you with the other people. You understand what I'm saying? So even if I'm an agent and I don't have no resources for you, and I'm just representing you, your resources would just be what he has. Versus if we was dealing with each other a little more, versus the conversation just coming through the agents, we'd be doing more business together. We'd hang out more. It'd be more of a bond. We're not building no bond because it's not even a conversation once you're
trying to
not with
keep
the
us
agent.
separate?
They definitely keep us separate. Because I think about some of the business I did do inside the NBA, my agent was involved.
And
But when
then-
you come in
yeah.
without the agent and you trying to tell a guy like, listen, yo, we got this business plan, they don't really want to hear that. The guys just wired to not even hear that. I'm
They
talking about
want- they wired to hear
I'm talking
from
about
the
from the
agent.
top to the bottom.
Yeah.
They wired to hear it through the agent.
Yeah.
That's the real truth.
You ever had a agent fuck you over?
Oh my Lord, shit! You play long enough, you would definitely have problems
Multiple
with your agent.
times.
Yeah, for sure. I think I told the story already with Andy Miller in my career with that Lion. When I signed with Phoenix Suns, I'll make this quick. I signed with the Phoenix Suns. It's supposed to be for 1 year, and it was 2 years on paper. They were supposed to cut me at the end of the year, give me the $500,000, which make my salary be what I asked for that year. And he lied to me and said, yeah, they agreed to that. And I ended up playing last 34 games, I average 15 points, whatever, 9 assists. We one game from the playoffs. I meet with him 1 week before the season end. We in Houston. I say, yo, how the team feel about me? You remember my career is so rocky. I'm so happy to be in Phoenix. We winning a little bit. I'm with a half decent team. With me or without me, they kind of a playoff team. So it's the first time I'm feeling like I'm in the NBA. When I meet with him a week before the season end, I say, what type of contract did I get? He said, a 3-year, whatever contract. I'm hyped. I go out there, kick Kyle Lowry ass that night. We used to speak about Kyle. Him and Brooks. And we in Houston, drag both of them that night. They were looking at me like, what are you on? I'm like, I'm about to get some of that money y'all niggas been getting. That's a super fact. Long story short, the season end, on the contract it says it got 10 days to give me the $500,000. I'm sitting there like this, waiting for that $500,000. The 11th day, yo, I need that $500,000. They're like, no, we actually love you as a player. We love you as a person. We love everything about you. You got to play in for that second contract. You got to play for that second year, which was only like $1.9 million. I was like, what? Y'all not going to cut me and give me the $500,000? We got to renegotiate a new deal. They was like, no, your agent lied to you. I went into arbitration, all that shit with him for that whole summer. I end up in China. I feel
like the agents be playing both sides. I played overseas.
They do.
I played both overseas for about 4 years. I played in the G League 3 years. And what they do is they'll play your side and the team side because they know when you leave, they
They
still
trying to get
the
some more
fun with another
players.
player in your spot.
The agents it's a conflict of interest, tell you the truth, because the agents is with the NBA. Right,
It's
so
like-
if you get into a problem with like when I got into that problem with them, and I'm like, all right, I went to the NBA. They was like, we can't represent you against the agent. I said, what? I said, so y'all can't. Y'all would help me if it was somebody else, but since it's an agent, y'all can't help me. I was like, damn, that's
crazy.
Why this is the same dude I'm sitting there to talk for me, and this is still going on today. And it's only about 10 agents too. So for the whole 400 players, it's only 10 agents.
And they run everything.
Think about that convo with your agent with Philly and the Lakers and all that year. It's like you had an offer.
I don't even know if any of that was real. For real. I don't know who to believe, dog. I swear to God, I don't know if my agent right.
Like,
I don't know.
You go on Twitter, you tweet, I'm coming back.
I remember that, but I'm saying I don't even know who was lying, bro. Like,
feel though,
my
man.
head messed up
They
now
lie
'cause,
so
like,
much.
They lie so much. Like my agent was telling me he was telling the truth the whole time, but then the Lakers saying one thing, and then I'm tweeting one thing, and then it's like now
You gotta delete the tweet.
Now I delete the tweet. Now a couple years later, the Lakers is like, nah, we had a contract for you. And I'm like,
Nah, they be lying too.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they got to be lying. So it's like, man, I don't be understanding what any of these agents have going on. It just, I don't like it.
I don't like it
I
either.
think that-
They need to do something about them agents. They
I
got too
think
much
it's more
power.
than the agents, though. I think that every entity that they have NBA players or avenue they have us go with, from agents to financial institutions to lawyers to whatever we do.
9 out of 10,
companies, they taking
9
our
out of
money.
10 players, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but let me talk like I really know this. But 9 out of 10 players, from what I've seen, when they sign with an agent, the agent is the first one that get with the player, right? So now you got the agent. He's gonna bring you to the financial advisor, right? And the financial advisor is gonna give you the lawyer. So it's all under the same thing. And this dude, this agent benefits from this for 50, 60, 70 years. You benefit from being around them for the 5, 6, 10 years that you're in the league. There's nothing wrong with that, but we just gotta, when we see that, we gotta make sure that they really working for us, and they can't be in between conversations, because they not gonna sit there and help us build no type of wealth, which is another
So
conversation.
I feel like we need to, as older players, we need to figure out ways to kind of help guide a lot of these players, because they just been misguided in a lot of areas. It's like you said, you wish you would have had people that was talking to you like how they talking to Ben Simmons. Shoot, I wish I would have had. I wish I would have was able to listen more with certain things. When the vets would
Facts.
say certain things,
Facts.
but I feel like we was already on this path because in high school we had been given the keys. When we got to the league, we was already the man.
Facts.
So
You gotta
I'm looking
readjust. You gotta readjust.
We didn't know how to pivot at that point.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because we only knowing what it's like to be at the top.
That's a super fact. And
So
then
now-
coming off the bench, you be like, this can't be the top, bro.
Yeah. So now coming off the bench and then now not getting a contract and now not playing, like we having all these experiences. Then when we get out the L, it's really made us. I think it's made a lot of players like upset. Some players be like,
Yeah.
you know, they lose their minds a little bit. And I feel like all of this could happen because the NBA is like a big mental warfare. Like the everything about it is mental warfare. I know everybody always asks this, and I don't like asking it no more or even debating about it. Like this whole GOAT conversation.
Wait, we're talking about with Braun and
Who
MJ,
your
like
GOAT?
everybody, like I feel like it's
Who your GOAT?
I don't know. That conversation's so stupid to me.
You don't
Because
go-
it's like it gotta be like music where it's like preference. Like your GOAT ain't gonna be his GOAT and that GOAT. But when they do the LeBron comparison, before I really looked at the numbers, I was like, LeBron the GOAT. Like I'm just hype off Braun doing the school and Braun, you know what I'm saying, coming from high school and then, you know, everyone expecting so much and him doing even more.
Yeah.
But then when they put them numbers side by side and Mike was like, damn, Mike averaged 30 points for that long. He was a 10-year and this and that. I'm like, yo,
1A, 1B.
it's 1A, 1B for sure because Mike, his dominance with scoring is too much.
So let me ask a question.
It's still more than Braun, and Braun made way more points than him.
But was it all political? Was it
it's them
was,
sneakers.
Was it political for
It's them
Michael
shoes.
to be the GOAT? Was it political for LeBron to be the GOAT? Was it politics for Kobe to be considered a GOAT? Like were these people put in this conversation because they wore Nike and they were shooting guard?
No, we ain't doing that one.
Why? Because
I think he's
Magic
on-
Johnson, Kareem could be
He always
considered
talk
one of
about
the
Kareem.
GOATs.
Kareem
But
shit
Kareem
look
don't.
crazy.
He not with Nike. So they don't talk about him in the
But-
GOAT conversation. They only talk about players who wear Nike shoes in the GOAT conversation. How many Adidas players?
Versus big men and guards. You saying so guards can't do the
Anybody.
ball.
Anybody. They don't never
I got
say
you.
any. What other player outside of Nike player do they consider being the greatest of all time in
But
any sport?
Who can we compare to though?
That's
If
true.
they don't put them up there, it's because of
It's-
politics.
hold
with
on,
the
but it's-
shoes.
Is Kobe still with Nike? Kobe is still
Kobe's
with
with
Nike, right?
Nike.
That's correct. I
He
thought
left
was with
Adidas.
Yeah, okay.
That was the best thing that happened. to
And what
Kobe.
happened when he left Adidas?
Shut up.
Everything went up.
That
He
was the
went
best
to
thing.
Nike.